both, so I'm gonna make two good.
Okay, amazing. I'm Natalie. I'm a strategic partner manager on the Tier 1 team here at YouTube. I help creators in all different types of verticals and within lifestyle and entertainment to build their businesses on the platform with a special focus on amplifying Latinx voices as well. I'm thrilled to be here today in celebration of Latinx Heritage Month and in partnership with an incredible organization, the We Are All Human Foundation. So often we hear feedback from creators about how you work in isolation. So in an attempt to bring everyone together, we started hosting creator collective events like this one today, where you'll have a chance to make in-person connections with like-minded friends, build community among peers and teams at YouTube, and overall just help fuel a sense of creativity and belonging. I hope that today will move you, deepen your ties to the Latinx community, and inspire you to take action when you leave here in whatever way you see fit. Please have fun, introduce yourselves to each other, take tons of photos and videos, and don't forget to tag #YouTube Creator Collective. Now, someone who's been an integral leader to the Creator Collective, who has hosted events like these to bring creators together, and was a panelist at last year's We Are All Human Summit at the UN, our creator champion, Horchata Soto.
Thank you so much. There's a microphone. Can you guys hear me if I'm a little loud right now? That's a little better. Yeah, my intro was like, they're like, oh no, nobody does. This was not working either, but it's okay. Can I get a little closer? Where's the, why am I looking up? Wait.
1, 2, 3. Oh, this one's working.
1, 2, 3. Switch. Beautiful. All right, I had 1 minute. I think that was 20 seconds already. But how's everyone do? That's me now. I'm sorry, I'm messing with you right now. I was messing with you right there. Okay. ¿Cómo estamos todos? How's everybody doing? Everyone's doing good? Okay, I want to thank Natalie so much for the introduction. Where'd she go? Oh, she's over here. Okay, I feel like I'm doing Where's Waldo right now. But no, my name is Jorge Soto, and I've been making comedy skits and story times for the past 4 years on YouTube. And I tell skits about family, school, my life as a retail worker, and here and there I throw in my cultural roots as well in my content. And as a proud Guatemalan, I'm super excited to be here today in a room full of fantastic creators and celebrating Latinx Heritage Month. So by show of hands, who here is Latino or considers themselves Latinos? Okay, now who here is an ally? Everybody's hands should be up. Everybody's hands should be up at this point. If you're not, then gosh, should be hands. No. But anyways, moving on, I am honored to welcome a very special leader in the Latinx advocacy and entrepreneurship world. She is a global mobilization expert, a catalyst for social change, and a marketer for social causes, recognized speaker, media contributor, and an inspiring activist, a Mexican-Swiss diplomat with more than 25 years experience leading marketing and advocacy for global organizations, including the World Economic Forum, UNICEF, the Global Fund of Fight to Fight AIDS, tuberculosis and malaria, and the United Nations. She is the founder of the We Are All Human Foundation, which advocates for every human to be respected and empowered by focusing on our common humanity, and Hispanic Star, which is the organization's biggest platform focusing on advancing U.S. Latinos as employees, as consumers, and as a community. So everybody give me a round of applause for Claudia Romo Edelman.
Thank you so much for having me here today. This is awesome. Let's start.
Okay, what's that?
Let's start to make it, like spicy and quick.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, YouTube, for organizing this. This is a dream come true for me. For the last 5 years, I've been dreaming of this moment, and I'm actually serious. Because when I moved to the US 10 years ago, after working on all of those organizations that you enlisted that are a mouthful to say, what I realized is that for the first time in my life, I heard that I was a Hispanic. I was like, what is that thing? I'm a happy Mexican, and I never heard that term in my life before. And then I started learning that it's like Hispanic, Latino, Latinx, and there's a whole bunch of things, but what it really meant is like, what is this group that I'm gonna belong to? And I came to the US after 20 years of working in winning the hearts and minds of people so that they can do the right thing. Whether it's AIDS or tuberculosis or malaria or gender equality or poverty, working for the most incredible organizations, always noticing that perception is reality. And all of a sudden I come to the US and I am a Hispanic or Latinx or Latina, that I didn't even know that there was such a group. And all of a sudden I start looking at the data and I'm like, woohoo! We're powerful! This new group that I belong to is very different to where I belonged to before, which was a little Mexico in Austria or in German Switzerland, where every time I went to the rooms to discuss issues with someone, I could see the imaginary pineapple growing in the top of my head. Because people were like, rumba, exotic! And it didn't matter what I said because it was like really minority within minority, and all of a sudden I was going to be part of the majority. And I was going to be in the powerful group, and I was going to be in the strong group. But when I went to the streets of New York with my kids just arriving, it didn't feel that powerful, and it didn't feel that strong. And it felt that every other Latino that I met didn't want to be Latino, and were denying themselves, and were denying their language, and were denying where they're from because they thought it was a con to their careers. It was a negative for them. And I have to tell you, the reason I've been dreaming about this moment is because we need to change that perception. Because the reality of Latinos is that we are strong and we are powerful. And I'm going to equip you all. I'm going to equip you all with the data that you need so that we together remove the cloud that is covering Hispanics. So that we all understand that that America is made of stars, and Hispanics, we are one of them. We just have a huge cloud in front of us that is covering our shine. But what we need to do is give you the data, and you communicate it. The reason why Latinos are where they are is because systemic barriers and because of our perception. Because we're stereotyped. Because we're seen, we're not even seen, but when we are seen, we're seen as someone we are not. We're seen as takers when we are makers. We're seen as negative when we're positive. So I think that the conversation we want to have with you today is, what do we give you so that you help be part of the history that will change the fate of this community forever? How do we give you, how do we equip you with the data that you need so that we all become the educators, the openers, the eye openers, the light, turn on the lights in a dark room so that we can have a generation of Latinos that feel proud to be Latinos, that can be paid for their job that they're doing and can be fully respected. So my invitation for you all today is to make history in changing the perception of Latinos from invisible to visible, from negative to positive, and from takers to takers. Because if we do that, the reality of Latinos will be different. But I'm gonna give you the 5 data points that I want everybody to know, and I would like to give you a task. I don't want you to become activists like me, but I do want you to become a factivist with facts, so that you can share them and convey them in your channels as the way you want to do it. But make sure that we have a role to play in this. Our ancestors, for those of you that are Latinos, they had it really hard. They came with bleeding hands, 2 to 3 jobs, so that we can, and sacrificed it all, so that we can have the opportunities we have today, so that we can be the first generation that goes to college, that is in a position like where you are now. So our job is to educate, is to change the perception, and that is why this is a dream come true for me. Are you ready for the 5 things that you need to know and that you're gonna share with everybody?
Yeah.
All right. So, and we're gonna give you the printouts of those so that you have them ready in your inbox, but also in, like in paper. So, number 1, Latinos are the people. 62 million people, 20% of the population. But we're the people also that not only we're the people today, but we're the people tomorrow. Because by 2060, 1 in every 3 Americans will be Latino. By 2060, 30% of the people, so if we're 20, we're gonna be 30 by 2060. 30%, which means hello, hello, hola. Hello, hello, hola. Can you imagine? And that will continue being for a number of reasons, but one of them is that we are the most common interracial marriage in the country. We're very generous with our love. So for those of you that are not Latinos or are not related to Latinos, do not worry. The likelihood is you will be tomorrow. All right. Data point number 1 is we are the people. We're the people. 20% of the population going 30, correct? Mm-hmm. Data point number 2, we're the youth. Who knows what is I'm going to tell you what the average age. The average age of Latinos is average. 62 million people, average.
35?
35, 25, she's in between. I'm going to give it to you because it's 28. All right, 28 is the average of Latinos. 26 Latinas. We look young because we're young. 10 years younger than the rest of the population. But I want to give you the one data point that is going to be the drop mic. What is the mode? Not the average, not the median, the mode, the most common. What do you think is the most common age of 62 million people? If you win, Horchata is going to come and give you a kiss. All right, let's go. All right. Get it right, ladies. All right, let's go. What is the most common age among 62 million people? Because we're the people, but we're also the youth. What is the most common age? If you want a kiss, of course.
No offense, but I'm just it's 25.
25.
Like 40.
40.
36.
36. Anyone else? Have a guess.
22.
19. 19 is the most common age of 62 million Latinos.
Wow.
Now tell me, what is the most common age of non-Latinos? You go.
85.
30.
Huh?
30.
30? Over there?
I'm at 36 with this answer. 36?
36. Okay, my friend here with the guacamole. Yeah. What is the most common age of non-Latinos?
42.
42?
40.
62. 62. So whoever said 85, not wrong. There you go. So that's it. I just wanted to let you know the age of Latinos is 19. The most common age of non-Latinos is 62. 1962. Those are your 4 decades of who's going to be the consumer of the future, who's going to be the creator of the future, who's going to be the employee of the future, the taxpayer of the future, who is going to be Latinos. Because we are 20% of the Gen Z, 25% of the Alpha. So we're the people and we're the youth. Number 3, are we good? Do we feel powered already? Do we feel young already? Yeah? Number 3, the economic power. The economic power of the Latino population is $3.6 trillion. That means that if we would be a standalone economy, we would be the 5th largest country in the world, larger than Brazil, larger than Italy, larger than Canada, larger than the UK. That gives me a lot of pleasure to say. Larger than all of these countries, and that means we generate 14% of the GDP. So for all of the, can you raise your hand if you ever felt a little rejection from being Latino or your ethnicity? If you felt error, discrimination, like looking at your accent funnily? All right, for all of you particularly, I want you to go into the streets and look at anybody in the eye and say, you're welcome. You're welcome for the 14% of your salary. And yours, 14% of the salary of every person in America is generated by our community. So we're the people, we're the youth, we're the economic power, and we're the purchasing power. And for those of you creators that are selling things, the purchasing power of the Latino community means that the size of our wallet is exploding. Like we have more purchasing power than many other groups, $3.7 trillion. We can, 10 years ago, we used to buy Mazola oil. Today, the most common product that we buy is lipstick. Point number 5. Point number 5. Are you ready? We're the people, we're the youth. Kiss. Number 3, we're the economic power. Number 4, we're the wallet. And number 5, we are the entrepreneurs. Who doesn't know a Latino that is an entrepreneur? That has a little side, like hustle on the side, you know, like little kitchen that has like 2 jobs. But like that's us. We're totally entrepreneurial. I bet you have like 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Okay, so 1 in every 5 entrepreneurs in this country is a Latino. Latinas. Give it to my Latinas. Latinas generate small businesses 6 times faster than any other group in America, making us the job creator number 1 in the country. We are the entrepreneurs. So when people think of Latinas like fire, sexy, beautiful, that's great. But what about adding job creator, entrepreneur, billions of dollars to the economy? That's exactly the stereotyping that we have to change. So we're the people, we're the youth, we're the economic power, we're the wallet, and we're the entrepreneurs. Can you take this data and transform that into content? You have an entire life to do it, but the sooner we do it, the better, so that our community feels the power that comes with data, and we can transform feeling small to feeling big, and feeling weak to feeling strong and powerful.
Round of applause for that. It's definitely. So does aggregate. I'm like, oh, I'm just doing
like, but for non-Latinos, but like.
Have an Aztec style battle.
Is that a good thing?
Thank you guys so much for the overbook. Yeah. And filled out. Thank you guys so much for hearing us talk as well. A huge shout out to Claudia for being here as well. And yeah, thank you YouTube again for the huge opportunity to host this.
You're going to be part of the history to make us visible. And for those of you that are inspired by the data that I shared, by the mission that I shared, and want to do content, please let us know, because we have a summit at the United Nations December 10 to 12. And we would love to collect the content and do like a video presentation with YouTube, and maybe have some of you come and see yourselves, like at the United Nations and be part of that. So again, the point is to make sure that we represent with data and pride, right? So,